thoughts about this? Because, it's been 4 months plus. You had a couple of possibilities that that came up and then disappeared, and now you're in this all of a sudden. And good thing is, I guess you've been training all along. So, you know, I guess you're ready.
Yeah, I feel ready.
What do you know about your opponent? Because we've talked about that before. Does that really draw into this, or is it more about you getting ready for this thing?
More about me getting ready for it. I do know a little bit about him. I don't want to take it to the stage to where if I do more personal too much, I don't
You
want
start
to.
thinking too much, and it's not.
Yeah, I don't want to.
to.
Yeah, I don't want
You just want to go out there, react to the situation,
to of everything. Yeah.
and kind of just kind of concentrate on your game plan at
Yes.
this point in time, as opposed to try to impose your will as soon as possible. But I have to ask this at this point in time: what do you know about yourself now that you didn't necessarily know back in mid-May when you got in there? Remember you talked about. I was just going to say, you kind of talked about, admitted, kind of burning yourself out in the dressing room beforehand. That, what do you know more about Pete this time that you didn't?
I'm not a boxer. I'm a brawler. And I've been working on more of a brawler technique with Coach Gavin. And he's been getting me right running every day.
Except today, right?
Except today. Exactly. Except rainy days.
You'll make up for it.
I definitely will. He's a hard trainer. He's always on my back. And that's what I was looking forward for somebody to come along and be on my back like that. So.
Yeah, that's what Jason said last night, that the individual training sessions have been something that you've been looking forward to, and you think something that's benefited you a great deal.
Yes, indeed. And I wanted to find out.
Very intense. Yeah.
And, let's just step back here a second and say, this isn't ready. You're in Harrisburg, or whatever you're going into. You're going into Atlantic City now at this point in time. Does that get you a little bit more keyed up, a little bit more wound up, or
No, not really. Not really. I'm not trying to step away from what I'm focusing on. Because if I think about that, then I might get shaky at something. I don't want to be shaky. I just want to go ahead and narrow it down to a small statement and get my business done.
how much sparring? You do a lot of sparring since.
Yes, I did. I believe it was
10 rounds every time you sport.
10 rounds.
So this 4 should not be, should just be a
Quick.
And I guess at this point in time too, it's just, the anxieties are not about necessarily who you're fighting or where you're fighting, or how long you're fighting. It's just a matter that you're back in there now, and you just have to kind of,
Work my way on up after this.
yeah.
After the last one, this is where we're.
Yeah, because this is one of those things that, obviously, it's a larger card than what you were on the first time. It's a larger venue than what you were at the first time. And there's bound to be a few more eyes glued to the ring at this point in time. So, there's a lot of incentive to do well, at this point in time, and showcase yourself so that, it isn't too much longer before you're, asked to get in there with somebody else.
Yep.
I haven't seen you this serious in a while, so I know, I know you're keyed in. You're ready. It seems like you're ready to go.
But
Usually you're a little bit more jovial, a little bit more, you know.
yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell there's a little bit of a, a different seriousness here that wasn't necessarily here when the last time we talked, going into one of these situations. Would you agree with that?
I do agree.
I can see it. It's all right there. The camera will tell you that, when you look at this a little bit. Yeah, have you seen this too?
Yeah. I saw it metamorphosize like within the past 2 weeks. It's really on his game. I'm proud of him. Because what I put him through is very extreme. You can survive that, you can survive anything. The training is the hard part. The fight would be the easy part. I guarantee a knockout. Right, Jim?
How long have you been working with him directly here at this point in time?
Approximately 8 weeks.
8 weeks?
Yeah. Every day.
And obviously the initial idea was to get him ready for the rematch.
Exactly.
That was supposed to happen last weekend until the card got washed out.
Yeah.
2 days later, this pops up, So it was a blessing in disguise, Almighty Lord,
In the sense that you hadn't really, that the training aspect hadn't been for naught at that point in time, that you didn't know when you were going to get back in. That this is, you could just continue on that path. It's just going to have to be, that peak has to come a little bit, you have to temper it just a little bit so that peak comes 2 weeks later than what it was.
Subliminally, it's like we
Or a
were
week
preparing ourselves for something. I knew something would arise. I knew something was going to be big for this man right here. And I tell you, he runs like 8 miles, okay? Record time. He could do eight miles in like 30 minutes, And that's really extreme. And I got him on a special diet.
That would win an Olympic gold, I think.
I got him on a special diet plan, which I do not care to disclose because I have my training methods, and all sorts of exercise and everything.
It's just not one of those comprehensive type deals.
Right, no steroids, no just vitamins and
hard work.
eating well, eating very well. I stay on top of his diet. I make sure he doesn't dehydrate. I make sure he doesn't rehydrate too much. That made any sense.
Yeah, because you can add water weight in a hurry.
Right. So everything although it fluctuates, everything's basically I keep him balanced. Not only body, but mind. He's been going through a lot. Everybody has their problems, but I just keep him focused. We all got problems, but you gotta stay on top of your fight game. And this is real. This is your opportunity to shine and make a statement. And this will open up doors for you. Let's go in there, let's get this W, and let's return home. And that's that. And that's that. He's going to win, period. We didn't train this hard for nothing. My name is Kevin McDade.
How do you spell it?
McDade, like Dade County, Florida.
Are you from Harrisburg?
No, I'm from Bronx, New York.
Bronx, New York?
Yeah.
One of my former colleagues was from Queens.
Oh, okay.
And she's moved to South Carolina. So it's a little different environment than Harrisburg.
It's just very competitive up there, Everybody got to go for yours. And maybe, because he's really from Brooklyn,
Are you really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
But we both here.
Oh man,
Are you small?
I was little. Our house got into a fire out there, so one of my uncles already lived down here and sent for my mom to come down here because I guess the cost of the living is better.
But the whole world out here doesn't need to know where we're from. where we at, and that's important. Don't put Harrisburg in that.
Well, but at the same time, man, New Yorkers have to stick together, I guess. Makes sense. So I hear.
I talk to him on Facebook, you know, that's it. But I'm not sticking to, you know, Kevin Rooney's from New York, so I'm not sticking with him.
No, but I mean, I guess at this point, I mean, it's a four round, it's scheduled for 4 rounds, let's put it that way. And there isn't really much time to get in there and mess around a whole lot, so you just gotta get in there, worry about him, and worry about doing what it is that you wanna do, and then see what happens from there.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it's 12 minutes max, at that point in time, so it's not a lot of time to make that statement. You know, and all that sort of thing. I'm sure, you know, it's been, like I said, it's been like 4 months since you were in the last time, and you had to have revisited that particular night a few different times in your mind, and okay, this is the stuff that I'd like to build on. This is the stuff that we need to kind of put away here and just forget about and go in a different direction.
This whole style changed since that fight, and that's it. I can't tell you what style.
No, I don't want to give it away. Yeah.
He's totally changed. He's a different fighter. Different fighter. Right, Dio? Would you like a picture?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, you fine?
I'm fine.
No, because we all